This one is for all of my coffee lovers. Hi, you guys. My name is Kira, and I'm addicted to coffee. I love coffee of all kinds, but over the past few years, I have really grown a love for cold brew, especially the kind where they take that delicious foam and flow it right on top. And last year, Starbucks came out with a cold foam pumpkin cream cold brew that blew my mind. The best coffee I had ever had, well, until they came out with the Irish cream one for Christmas time. But that's a whole nother video. Today, we're going to learn how to make the pumpkin one as well as a cold brew pie. I promise you, I'm about to blow your mind. So we are starting off first today with our cold foam pumpkin cream cold brew. And I am absolutely obsessed with these from Starbucks. And so I knew I had to recreate them at home. And you literally need just the ingredients that you see here. So we're going to need 1 cup of heavy cream. You're going to need 2 teaspoons of a pumpkin spice, which if you do not have that, you can just substitute cinnamon and nutmeg. We're going to need some vanilla syrup. I actually have the Starbucks kind here, but you can use any kind of a coffee vanilla syrup, and there are even sugar-free kinds if you want to go ahead and keep this more low carb or keto. You're going to need some kind of cold brew, and then you're also going to need some pumpkin. Now, do not get the pumpkin pie filling. You need the 100% pure pumpkin, and that is it, you guys. That is all we need to recreate this coffee. So first we have to start off by making our foam. Newsflash, use a bigger bowl than I did. You'll see why in just a second, but we're going to start off by putting our heavy whipping cream into a bowl, and then you're going to go and add your tablespoons of pumpkin. I'll leave that can opener linked for you guys down below. That's my Kitchen Mama can opener, and I absolutely love it. It makes opening cans so convenient. But once we add our 3 tablespoons of pumpkin to our heavy cream, we're also going to add 3 tablespoons of that vanilla syrup and then 2 teaspoons of pumpkin spice to the bowl. And then you can see that I started whipping it up and it was going everywhere. You definitely need a deeper bowl so that you have room for it to kind of froth up. This got so thick so fast, and I think I kind of over whipped it. They said they want you to make it like pourable whipped cream, but I was just so excited that it actually turned into whipped cream after my coconut cream fiasco that I almost think that I over whipped it. So now when I kind of float it on top of my coffee, I've been stirring it a little bit into the coffee itself just to kind of help dilute it, but you don't need to make it as thick. You can do it for a little bit less time than I did. And like I said, as long as it coats the back of the spoon and you have more of a pourable whipped cream, then that's all you need. Then you're just going to add some ice to a glass. That's actually the ice that I get from my new Air ice machine, which I'll link it down below for you guys as well. And then you're going to put in 2 pumps of your syrup, which constitutes to like a tablespoon. And then you're going to go ahead and float that cream on top. You can see I use the spatula just to kind of smooth it along the top of the glass because it was a little thicker than it needed to be. But that is it, you guys. That is all you need. Put a little pumpkin spice on top of that and poof, you have yourself a cold foam pumpkin cream cold brew, and you just saved yourself a ton of money. I think that I got 5 or 6 coffees out of the container and that one batch that I made. Think about how much money that saves. Amazing. All right, now we're on to cold brew pie. And this, you guys, especially using that Starbucks coffee, holy cow, it literally tastes like iced coffee in your mouth. And so you're going to start off with an Oreo pie crust. This was the most amazing crust. I don't even like Oreo, and it worked out perfect. You need 8 ounces of Cool Whip. You're going to need some whipped cream in a can to decorate the top of our pie. You're going to need some coffee extract, which I got mine off of Amazon. You need a 3.4 ounce box of a French vanilla or any kind of a vanilla pudding mix. Of course, you need some cold brew, and I'm using the Starbucks kind. We need some heavy whipping cream, and then you also need espresso beans to decorate the top of your pie when it's done. And those are the Coffee Lovers espresso beans from Trader Joe's. They were amazing, so yummy, and they were perfect for the top of this pie. So let's go ahead and make our filling. So we're going to use a half a cup of our heavy whipping cream, and then we need 3/4 cup of that cold brew coffee. And so you're going to add that to your cream. And now we're going to add in that coffee extract. You need 1 tablespoon of that. I will have that linked down below in my Amazon store for you guys in case you want to check out Amazon for it if you can't find it somewhere else. Add in that vanilla pudding mix, and then we're going to go ahead and whisk it until everything is thoroughly incorporated. And you're going to see that it starts to thicken. It's not going to get thick like whipped cream, but it is definitely going to change consistency. So once that is done, we're going to go ahead and fold in that whipped topping. That Cool Whip just makes that decadent and really rich and creamy coffee mixture that we just made. It adds all of the bulk to it and the fluff. And so I could not believe the flavor that ended up being what came out of this pie. Once it's mixed and creamy, we're just going to go ahead and add it to our pie shell. I even had a little bit left over that was perfect for dolloping on top of my coffee days later. In the morning, I just threw a little bit of this on top of my hot coffee, and it was so amazing. But we just filled it to the top of the rim of the pie crust, put the lid on top, and then into the freezer for 6 hours or overnight. I only did 6 hours because honestly, you guys, I couldn't wait to try this pie. It did get a tiny bit stuck, the lid, so just be careful when you're removing it. And then I went ahead and just took some whipped cream and kind of went all around the sides so that I had like a little bit of a decorative top for us to stick the espresso beans on. This whipped topping came from Trader Joe's, and it was just the plain kind, and it was a little weird. I don't know, it didn't come out as creamy as, say, Ready Whip would in the can. But once I got like a nice circle around the edge, I just came back and alternated the color of the espresso beans and just made that look pretty. And then once I got to the end and realized that I still had some extra and I felt like the pie was missing a little bit more, I just put a little bit of whipped cream in the center, and then I used one of each color because there was a dark brown, there was a light brown, and then a really mocha caramel colored, and then a white. And so I just did one of each color and decorated the top, and that was it, you guys. That was this cold brew pie, and holy cow, it was so delicious. And I almost feel like now that I mastered making that pumpkin cream, what if I was able to add a little bit of pumpkin cream to this and make this whole pie that pumpkin cream cold brew pie? It's just, all of that's too much, you guys. It's almost mind-blowing. But that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and if you did, make sure to give it a big thumbs up. I'll leave all the links down below of anything that you would need, any of the resources that I use to kind of derive these recipes that I got off of Pinterest. I'll leave linked, as well as the link to my new cookbook if you guys want to go ahead and check that out, or my new website, which I am super excited about because I'll be posting blog posts on there often, so I'll be able to keep you guys a little bit more up to date on the website as well. Thank you guys again so much for watching. Subscribe if you are new. I love you guys all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.